Okay, this tech video is on how to do a HID install. We're going to go over a couple of the quick parts. First is the ballast. On one end you can see it's got two connectors. Those are the connectors that will end up going in your light bulb. And the other end, there's a short lead. That will go to your wiring harness, and we'll see that in a minute. Next we have the bulb. On this particular bulb I put a little bit of silicone on the bottom edge. That wasn't done for water, it was actually done as a strain relief so the wires don't break off as easy. It's just an easy thing to do, so I did it. Then we have the wiring harness. This can be a little bit confusing when you look at it first, but if you notice one side, the red wire, that's your main power coming in, fused right away off the battery. It comes into the larger harness to the relay, the big square black box, and that relay internally switches to the main power, which is coming to this. This will go to your ballast on the short connector on your ballast. And we also have a ground, which is right here. You can do a frame ground on that. We have the stock connector, which goes into the plug connector on your bike where your headlight goes into originally. And we have the small switching connector, which provides the power for the relay to turn on and off between high and low beams. On the headlight, you can see the three connectors. This is the other connector for the switching for the internal relay on the light, and then here are the two that go back into that ballast again. Okay, this is going to show the color of the lights when they're stock. And also you can see on the garage door the light intensity that's coming off of those. Okay, and then you'll need to pull your headlight bucket, the front end of the shell off, and the bezel, and actually pull your light off. Good. You'll want to use a bigger screwdriver for this, like a number 4, otherwise you'll end up stripping out the hex on it. Okay, first you want to remove the little rubber boot on the back of your headlight. Then you want to push down the little wire tab, move it off of the deal, yep, flip it over. You'll notice there's one fat tab on the light, the other two are skinnier. That orientates the top of the headlight, so you can't put it in unless you line that up. Pull the headlight out, take the other headlight, find the fat tab on that, put the other headlight.
And you don't want to touch the bulb.
Yep, don't touch the bulb.
Right here.
If you touch the bulb, it is somewhat protected, but if you put your finger on that bulb, your oils from your skin will get on it, and then won't dissolve the heat properly, and it'll basically crack the outside of the bulb. Put the bulb in, flip the wire over. Okay, you gotta lift the bulb up a little bit and then thread it through the wire too. Can be done, it's just not fun. You can loosen up the Phillips screwdriver on the left hand side too, and it will aid in the process. And when you're done, it's all secure. That's the way she's going to be. So at that point, you want to set the headlight bucket off to the side, and then we're going to start on the wiring. Okay, so we measured up on the bike, set this in the area, figured out that we need about 12 inches, so we'll tell you in the video if we figured right or if we can adjust that. That'll be 12. Okay, so what we did was we loosened up the rear tank bolt and slid it back probably about 3 inches. You can see that in that bolt there's actually a little spacer too. Make sure you don't lose that. That goes inside the rubber grommet right there. In the front of the tank, you can see after sliding it back we gained access to a little plastic slide tab. You need to slide that, what is it, backwards? Or forwards, or doesn't it matter?
Towards
Backwards.
Okay, towards the tank, and in order to split the neck covers. Once you do that, they'll be able to be split, and you need to pull them off. You may need to pull the tank back just a little bit further
To manipulate them.
manipulate them off, and then you will gain access. There, that's where we're going to be putting our HID ballast. Relay, on this side we have the fuse. You can see the length of wire right there that we extended it with. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the fuse end, and we're going to put it through the headlight bucket. We're going to run it along the left side of the neck rail. You can get a long straight piece of like coat hanger or something, so you don't have to pull the tank all the way off in order to get it all the way back through your battery. And right there he'll stop and run the rest of the way down the backbone. Okay, so we've got the ballast in that little neck area. We ran the wires on this side for the actual headlight up into the headlight bucket. Right now what he's going to do is leave those, and we're going to take the factory harness and we're going to plug it into the signal wires on the relay. Okay. Now on the other side you've got the two wires coming up, and you need to feed the harness to your ballast, which is the single connector with the two. That's going to go back out your headlight bucket and through the left side of your neck and plug into your ballast. Okay, so on the battery we've got that lead that we lengthened a little bit. It's run all the way back, and you can see connected to the hot lead of the battery is the wire after the fuse. Okay, the next step is up on the neck. There's the two connectors. One is coming from the ballast, the other is coming from the main harness. You want to pay attention to plus and minus. The red coming from the headlight should go into the positive, and if I zoom right in there you can kind of hopefully see the positive and the minus. You want to make sure, take a look at that. Some of the connectors on aftermarket kits do not have the plus and minus, and some of them have the little notches where they spring together on the same side. Okay, go ahead and plug it in. Okay, next we're going to take a look at the ground. We've already done the ground in this one. You can see the wire coming from that connector that we just had coming all the way down, and it's plugged into the top with the two other grounds for the bike. It's actually in the front of the ignition coil. So there you have it. Okay, so this is the after. Go ahead and turn them on. Okay. It's a lot cleaner light. Once in a while, we're putting this stuff together, you're going to be moving wires around and whatnot. You want to make sure you keep a good eye on what you're doing, because if you move wires around, keep in mind you're putting stress on other components. In this case, we did have a loose wire that was meant to go in the back of this connector. I'll have to repair that. So be mindful, don't be just pulling on wires, because you're going to have an issue. You want to set this behind you?
Rock and roll, rock and rock and roll.
Wait. Okay.
Set it right off of that deal. Alright, you want to do it
They're
that way?
big for you, so you can stick it together.
You remember that one song that you were going off a little bit earlier? The Keep Trying song?
I always remember.
You do?
Keep trying, always keep trying. That's a wiggly one.
There was another one that, no, you had another verse to that. What was it besides Keep Trying? The Never Give Up part? You leave part of it out? Sing the whole song. Don't you remember the Never Give Up?
Never give up. Keep trying, never give up. Keep trying, never give up. Hey, don't put this on video.
He doesn't know how to run it. He's just being goofy.
I'm just holding it up so that the air can
The
air
battery's
it
charged
out.
and he can't take the recording anyways.
Yeah.